This is Talk Business and Politics with Roby Brock.
Welcome to today's edition of Talk Business and Politics Daily. I'm Michael Tilley in for Roby Brock the rest of this week. Let's take a look at our top stories of the day. Retail giant Walmart said it paid out $157 million in cash bonuses based on store performance in the fourth quarter. Across the U.S., about 850,000 store employees met the qualifications to receive a bonus in their March 9th paycheck. The bonus averaged $184.70 per person. Walmart said more than 20,000 store employees in Arkansas received their share of the bonus, along with annual pay raises for those who qualify. AEDC Director Mike Preston is so convinced of the connection between job recruitment and tourism growth that the state's tourism chief is scheduled to travel with Governor Asa Hutchinson and Preston on their next trip to China. Preston spoke to a large crowd gathered at a breakout session as part of the annual Governor's Conference on Tourism held this year in Little Rock. The focus of Preston's talk was about tourism also being an important economic development tool for the state. The state's top tourism official, of course, is Kane Webb, head of the Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism. And if you missed it yesterday, Arkansas's unemployment rate tied its all-time low of 3.8% in January. That was a full point below the national jobless rate. In the last 12 months, Arkansas's jobless rate has been below 4% during 7 of those months. And those are your top stories of the day. You can keep up with these headlines and many more at our website, talkbusiness.net. A quick break, and contributors Jessica DeLoach-Sabin and Frank Scott will tell us which bills in the legislature deserve a little more attention. We're back after this commercial break.
Arkansas Electric Cooperative Corporation provides electric energy across 2/3 of Arkansas. This is an exciting time in our energy history, with incredible progress being made in renewable energy and storage technologies. As our energy portfolio continues to diversify, we'll maintain an all-the-above strategy to provide reliable and affordable electricity. Ever since the first light bulbs were placed in our members' homes, the electric cooperatives have been the solutions provider for our members, and we want to continue that well into the future.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America, moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us. Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.
Late last week, Talk Business and Politics Roby Brock sat down with contributors Frank Scott and Jessica DeLoach-Sabin to find out which bills and topics they felt deserved a little more attention from the legislature.
All right, today we're going to look at bills that haven't gotten the proper attention that they should in this legislative session. And Frank, I'm going to rule out anything doing with highways you can't even talk about, okay?
I won't talk about the
right.
6.5 sales tax increase that we're going to have.
You're not on the commission anymore. So, all right, Jessica, I'll let you go first. Bills that need more attention.
So, I can't brag on Representative James Sturch enough. This is not the first time I've bragged on him here. So, Representative Sturch introduced a bill. It's HB 1518. And it's a bill that would require the Higher Ed Coordinating Board for the state to create an action plan to combat sexual assault on campuses, which is wonderful. It's a great bill because it encourages all of our campuses to pay more attention to the issue, to be proactive in its approach to these unfortunate instances when they occur. And it's just nice to know that we have a young legislator at the state capitol who has the backing of women and men who have experienced this, and he's out there fighting a good fight for them and hoping to prevent this type of behavior in the future.
Well, I hope that you can deliver at least one vote for him on this
can.
bill. So
I sure can.
That would be good. Frank, how about you? Bills that need a bill or bills that need a little bit more attention this session?
I want to talk about Representative Charles Blake's HB 1004. That bill is to increase voter registration through automatic registration through any time that you go get your new driver's license or have a change in your address of anything, in any shape, form, or fashion with your driver's license, automatically register you to vote. It also does a reconciliation to make certain that if you make those changes that everything's correct, and if it's not correct, we can kind of get some of those folks who have any type of issues.
Sounds so expensive, Frank.
$42,000.
That's it.
Impact study, $42,000, and he's already brought it before the House committee, and they wanted even more of an impact study done on that particular bill. So I applaud him for advancing people's rights to vote rather than to suppress them.
Yeah. Do you think he gets it through this session, or do you think it goes to interim study and maybe comes back?
I'm sure it would go to interim study.
All right.
Or he may have to work out a deal with the Secretary of State's office, which would be good as well, if you can get it done that way.
Those are two good ones there. Mine is going to be a really unsexy bill, but it's one that hasn't really gotten that much attention. It's Senate Bill 362. It would basically provide a sales tax rebate on manufactured parts for manufacturing and repairs, which is something the state chamber has been trying to do for a long time. The reason why I find this one needing a little bit more attention and interesting is because it actually is going to eliminate one of the tax rebate programs with the state of Arkansas and put us on a more competitive playing field. I actually think this will be the most significant tax policy change that comes out of this legislative session, more so than the low-income tax cut and the military veterans tax cut. I think this will have more impact on the economy. So that one's mine.
Okay.
So, all right.
That's Jessica Deloach-Sabin and Frank Scott. You can keep up with our capital coverage on a daily basis at talkbusiness.net. Now that's all for today's Daily Digital. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.